Hello, this is Cheryl Walters, your reference librarian. This video is going to go over some ways to select keywords and subject terms that will help you search databases for articles. We're going to start here in PubMed. From the main screen, if I scroll down here where it says Explore, Mesh Database, I'm going to go in here to search for a term. So the Mesh Database, these are medical subject headings, which are controlled vocabulary that are used for indexing articles in PubMed. Not every article is going to have medical subject headings attached to them, but these controlled vocabulary help organize articles in a database such as this to make it easier to search. It kind of gives it terms that are universal that can be used across the articles. For example, if I search for health policy, you'll see here that it is a medical subject heading. That is why it's in bold right here. If you're searching health policy, it's going to search for any of these entry terms and then anything that is below it in the hierarchy tree here. If I add this to my search builder and search PubMed, this is going to search any article that has health policy as a medical subject heading. If I go here, I can show you where you find that. Scroll down, and then here is the mesh terms. All of these are the controlled indexing for that article. Now, it seems simple that you would just search on medical subject headings, but like I said before, not everything is indexed with this controlled vocabulary, so I mostly use it to kind of get an idea of what the terms are, and then I'll search them as keywords. And the way you do that is just, you can take off this mesh and you're just putting health policy in there by itself. Now, if I go to the advanced search here, this is useful to kind of find out how PubMed, when you're putting in a keyword, how PubMed is translating that. So if I scroll down here and I click on the details on a search, I can see here that it translated health policy as a mesh term or health and policy in all fields. So this is going to give you a more comprehensive search because it's going to look for those terms anywhere in the title, the abstract, or in the mesh terms, or in the author supplied keywords. When authors publish an article, oftentimes they'll supply their own keywords. I'm going to show you that as an example here on this one. If I scroll down under the main parts of the abstract, you'll see the keywords right here. So these may or may not be mesh terms, and again, this is why it's important to search not only on a mesh term, but also just on keywords. Using these, like if you found an article you really like that is right on topic, you could look at the article and look and see if there's keywords. Maybe you'll find something in those keywords that you can use to search for other articles. You can look at the mesh terms if there are any assigned. And then those mesh terms might give you other ideas for keywords that you can search. So when you are searching in PubMed, it is best to separate your concepts with an and or an or. So if we wanted to look at health policy or health promotion, so we want our search to have either of those, I could do it like this. I'm going to put an or. And then if I want to search on mental health, I could add that here with an and. So this is going to search for health policy or health promotion, and anything with either of those terms, within those it's going to search for mental health. Okay, so here are our search results, and that is the best way to search for various keywords in PubMed. Again, if we go to our advanced search here, we can see how PubMed has translated that. So I'm going to go to the details, and down here to translation, it tells me that health promotion is a mesh term as well, and so is mental health. So it's searching for those things not only as mesh terms, but as keywords in all fields. Okay, now we're going to move on to EBSCOhost. For this example, I'm using CINAHL Complete. It's one of the EBSCO databases, but you could do this in other databases. Up here at the top, it says CINAHL subject headings. So for another database, it might just say subjects or subject headings. If I go into here, this can kind of help me get an idea of what the subjects are in this database. So again, I'm going to try health policy, and then we'll see here that health policy is a subject term that we can use. Now, if I go back and I just put in another term, nutritional, you can see here all the different kinds of terms for nutritional. So this might help you find which term you're wanting to look for. It might help you find other keywords that you can use. Now, if I go here to the basic search, if you're going to do a basic search, you can just enter your terms here, and I think that you'll need to use your and or like I showed you in that other example. So I find it a lot easier just to go to the advanced search. And this is just a preference. You can write it out yourself or you can do it this way, because then you can choose these statements. So if we want to do prevention and Alzheimer's, I just picked that from a previous search, but I'm going to put it on different lines here to show you how you could do it in this database, prevention and Alzheimer's. And then we click search. And then it's going to search for anything with both of these terms in it. Okay, so this video is about finding other subject terms or keywords. So to do that here, a little handy tip is to go into an article you like and look at what the subject terms are that are assigned to that article. For example, here we have minor subject terms and major subject terms. So you could use this to find other terms that might help you pull up articles that are of interest as well. If you click on them, it's going to search just on that. So it's kind of best just to note what the term is and then go up here and add it to your search. You'll also sometimes find those author keywords in EBSCO articles too. This one doesn't have it, but they'll be down here. They'll just say author keywords as well. Okay, a little review here. MESH is the National Library of Medicine's controlled vocabulary for indexing articles in Medline, which are included in PubMed. You can search these terms from the PubMed main page under MESH database. You can also check the MESH assigned to articles. When you find an article, look for those MESH terms. Remember, not all of them are going to have them, but some of them will. And you can use those to find other terms to search. Subject terms like MESH are controlled vocabulary used to index throughout EBSCO databases. You can search the subjects from the top of any page in EBSCOhost. Each EBSCO database uses its own subject terms. You can also check the subjects assigned to any relevant article. When you find an article in EBSCO, click on the title to go to the abstract and then look for any linked subject terms. Finally, keywords are additional search terms and may not be included in the indexing or controlled vocabulary. How do you find keywords? You're the best source for coming up with keywords. You know your project better than anyone else, so trust your instinct. If you think that something would be termed a certain way, make sure you search on that term also. You should search that term in combination with the controlled vocabulary of subject and medical subject headings. And then, like we talked about, the author of an article. The author knows what they wrote in that article, so they're going to put, these are the keywords. And the reason they do that is because their keywords might not be the same as the indexing terms. So they're supplying those there to help you find those articles. So you can use those to look at to see if maybe you want to use some of those as your keywords when you're searching. And then lastly, if you still need more help finding keywords, talk to your instructors or your librarians or the Writing Center. We're all here to help you if you get stuck. When you're doing all this, make sure you keep organized and keep a list of all of your unique search terms. Then combine those terms to create a thorough search of the literature. If you need help from the library, just chat with us, send us an email, or give us a call. We're happy to help you and wish you the best on your project.